Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm in the process of writing a book about all the tips and tricks that I know in order to get over various aspects of mental health issues that I've gone through, such as PTSD, anxiety attacks, anger issues, forgiveness. Each chapter in the book is about a different topic, and I go through a little bit of personal testimony and then talk about some kind of basically philosophy behind the topic, and then I go into tips and tricks. And I'm really excited about this book. I really think that it's going to help a lot of people, and that's why I'm writing it. It's kind of a life's work of all the stuff that I've learned over the last 20 years of personal growth. Last night I started working on the chapter of forgiveness. It's a tough chapter. It's a tough topic. I was never able to forgive growing up, most of my adulthood. I didn't really understand why I would. Why would you forgive somebody? Holding a grudge is where it's at, right? I mean, I hold grudges because that's what helps me from getting hurt any further, right? We use it as a self-preservation tactic, right? Only an idiot, only some kind of weak sucker forgives, right? You hurt me and I'll hate you forever, right? I mean, this is what most of us are like. That's what I used to be like. If you told me to forgive my enemies, I'd laugh at you in your face, call you stupid. How dumb is that? I will never forgive them. I will never forgive anybody who's ever hurt me. The bitch who dumped me, fuck that bitch. That motherfucker who stabbed me, fuck that punk motherfucker. My own dad shot at me, fuck that motherfucker too. I had a girl push me down when I was 7 years old on the playground. Fuck that cunt bitch. Right? I mean, this is how most of us live our lives, holding these grudges for experiences that we've had in our lives, obviously negative ones. Holding a grudge, it can be holding in sorrow, holding in pain, holding in hurt, holding in fear. In fact, all negativity is fear. Anger, I hate to tell you, anger. You're furious. Anger, that burning hatred that you have, that's fear. You know why? There's only two emotions. There's only two emotions. Love and fear. All other emotions that you can name, any other emotion you can experience, comes from the root of either a fear-based emotion or a love-based emotion. Anger, hatred, any kind of grudge that you're holding, it's all fear. When we harbor fear, it hurts us. When we harbor negativity, it's like holding in poison. It kills us. We have to take a good look at ourselves. Look at areas where we're harboring this negative energy from experiences, from an emotional attachment to a past trauma or to a past experience, and flush it out, get rid of it. The way you do that, you clean your slate, is through forgiveness. Forgiveness is love. What we're doing is we're practicing love. We're filling that empty space inside of us that may have been created by your abuser. We're filling that space with love, and what we're going to do, instead of holding on to that anger from the situation that happened, we're going to let that go. So, for example, I've been hurt before. I've been hurt bad. I could go on and on and on with hundreds of videos, but every time I've been hurt, every time someone stepped on me, stomped on me, I've been beaten with baseball bats, I've been stabbed, I've been dumped. I've been rejected by people that I've loved deeply and had it hit me like a Mack truck. I've been betrayed so many times. I've been betrayed. We all have these experiences, right? Can you forgive the person that hurt you? Can you forgive her for being selfish? Can you forgive her for being malicious? Can you forgive her for saying those mean things? Can you forgive her for lying to you? I can forgive those things. I can let that shit go. I don't have to hold on to that sorrow and that pain over those experiences for the rest of my life. I don't have to hold on to the anger over the people that have betrayed me for the rest of my life. The guy that ripped me off in the alleyway, I can forgive that motherfucker. He's just trying to eat. Can I forgive somebody who's being selfish? Can I forgive somebody who's being rude? Sure. I mean, I can forgive those things. Do I give up the lesson? Because that's what people think. People think that you're talking about forgive and forget, as if you're going to let it happen again, as if you don't learn the lesson. No, you hold on to the lesson and you let go of the pain. You let go of all the pain from the past. You let go of all that emotional attachment surrounding negative events or events that you've perceived, that you've categorized in your body and your mind as negative. We harbor that negativity in our muscles, in our joints, in our posture, in our facial expressions, but also in our head. Let it all go and save the lesson. Did she hurt me? Yes. Did she make me cry? Yes. Did she lie to me? Yes. Can I forgive her for that kind of behavior? Yeah, I can forgive her. Will I allow her to do that again? Of course not. Will I allow anybody to ever hurt me again in that way? Never. I learned my lesson. I took that lesson and I remembered it. And that's helped guide me. But the pain of the past I can let go. The anger of the past I can let go. I had so much anger at my father. My father and I fought physically. We argued. We bucked heads. I hated my father for being a deadbeat dad. I hated my father for being violent against my mother. I hated my father for being a dirty, rotten scumbag. I hated him for so many reasons. And when he got murdered, I realized I missed him. I realized that I would give anything to have this guy back in my life, that all I ever really wanted was a father. So I was conflicted. What do I do? Part of me loves the guy, part of me hates him. What do you do? The love in me said, forgive him. The hate in me said, never forgive. It's a mistake to think that holding a grudge of any kind is strength. It's a mistake to think that that's a survival tactic. All it does is hurt you. So I can forgive my father for everything that he's ever did to me. I can forgive him for shooting at me. I can forgive him for leaving my mother, for beating my mother, beating her over and over in front of me. I can forgive him for that. God will judge him for that, not me. Whether he goes to hell or heaven is none of my business. Those are choices he made and he'll pay for them. We all make choices and we all pay the price for the choices we make. But that's something personal. So I can forgive him for all the sins that he had laid upon me, that he had done to me. My mother, other people. My father was a killer. He's murdered people. My father murdered people. I can forgive him for that. But I take with me the lessons. I learned a lot of lessons, and I take them all with me. So I don't wrap myself in the pain and in the sorrow of the past as a way to protect myself from the future. I let go of all that. But I don't go into experiences with a naivete, with innocence. I'm no longer innocent. I let my scars make me wise instead of keeping me triggered for why they happened. Hold on to the lesson. Let go of the pain. You owe it to yourself. It was the greatest thing I ever did for myself was to go through a process of forgiveness and to forgive every single person that's ever hurt me. I forgave the man who murdered my father. Process that. Think about that. Could you forgive a murderer? Somebody who violently took. My father was shot in the belly with a shotgun, died on the operating table, bleeding to death, screaming and yelling. I forgave the man who did it. My grandfather told me one time, only hold a grudge for as long as you can hold your breath. And when you let it go, you let go the pain. It's never worth holding on to that type of energy. It will kill you. Thanks for watching.